Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and it's time for the start of this week's reading vlog. I am mindful that I started last week's reading vlog wearing this same jumper, but also it's lockdown and I feel like I should be celebrated just for wearing clothes, honestly. Like, clothes that are not my pajamas in lockdown. What is this? So it is Monday afternoon. I'm just about to jump on and do a class. So I have this class that just runs once every 3 weeks, actually. Hi, Percy. And that's ow. Ooh. Okay, that's about to start, so I thought I would just jump on quickly and let you know what I've read, because there have been some developments. So, let's start off with this one. So, I Have the World. If you haven't been watching my vlogs, I am reading this in August, and I'm currently on page 194, which was my goal for last week. So I needed to get to page 194 by last night, which I did, and I haven't read any of this so far today, but my next goal for the end of this week is page 399. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work on that one after class. Okay, I finished off Sorcery by Terry Pratchett, just like now. This is my least favourite of the series so far. I just didn't really like it. Yes, but it's done. And then last night I was really tired and I was like, hey, why don't I listen to some audiobooks? So I got the audiobook of The Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan out from my library, and I listened to the first 2 chapters, so I'm on page 30 in this edition. Basically, I realized that it's getting closer to the end of the year, and I really want to reread the Heroes of Olympus series, but I told myself that I would finish the Kane Chronicles before I did that. This is book 2, so yeah, it's August. I need to read that. So I'm hoping I'll be able to finish this one this week. I'm sorry about the glare. It's just one of those books that's like not meant to be shown. So yes, we'll be working on that. I also finally read a little bit more of One Last Stop. I have an audiobook of this as well, and I listened to it last night while I couldn't sleep. And I literally just read a few pages because obviously the audiobook takes longer. So yes, I read about 20 pages, I think, or listened to 20 pages. Enjoying it, and we'll continue to move on with this. And then finally, I also started Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. This is a book we're studying in class next week. So I wanted to start it, and I was like, oh, it's like 100 pages, it won't take me too long. As an ebook, it's like 300 pages, and also I feel like it might actually end up taking me a while, so I'm glad that I started it with a whole week to be able to read it, and hopefully I can do that. And as for now, I'm gonna quickly go and make myself some tea before class starts. And then, yeah, afterwards I'm gonna try and read some more stuff of things. Awesome. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Tuesday afternoon. We're in a slightly different location. Apologies about the mess. This is that junk room that I've talked about before. Oh, we're going to be joined by a Percy. Hello. Every time. Oh my god. So it is Tuesday. I haven't done a whole lot of reading. I don't think. I don't really know. I think I did some more yesterday of other things. What have I started? I started a bunch of ebooks. I have my laptop just here. I started a thing of poetry that I'm going to put up here because I can't remember the name of it. Yes, that is for Women in Translation Month, which I just remembered was a thing yesterday and was like, oh my god, I need to read at least, I want to read at least like 2 things this month. What else have I got? I also started reading Good Omens because I have an ebook of that from my library. Here we go. We can wait for Pers. Thank you, bud. Thank you. I'll just sit directly in front of not only the camera but also the microphone. And now I'm dropping things, kitty. It's very distracting. That's gone. I'm gonna find that in like 3 hours time somewhere. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for knocking that over, Pers. Okay. So, yes. I just really had this urge to suddenly read Good Omens. I've seen a little bit of the TV show, and I'm just really annoyed that I've lost that thing now. Yes, and then I was just like, you know what, let's start reading it. Everything that I've read so far, I think I've read about 50 pages, was in like the first few minutes of the first episode, which is all that I've seen. And yeah, so at the moment now I'm kind of meh about it because I've seen this, but I think that I'll really like it once it gets into the stuff that I haven't seen. Anyway, so that happened. I think that's it for yesterday in terms of reading. This morning I did read a little bit more of One Last Stop. I'm now 176 pages into this. I'd really like to make it to the like 220-ish kind of mark by the end of today. So that's a goal. And then that thing that I lost was a bit of paper because yesterday I had a surprise book mail arrive from Mel. And she sent me After Story by Larissa Bendrant. And I wasn't even going to show you the piece of paper because it has like Mel's full name on it. And I don't think she wants you all to know that. But where was I going with this? Oh, I was just going to read you the message, which was basically like to keep you entertained during this lockdown and the 8 others that you're still going to have in Melbourne because, you know. Yes, so thank you, Mel, for this. This was such a shock. I had no idea that this was coming, and we had been talking about this book very briefly the other day and how we both wanted to read it, so I'm so excited. And yes, I am actually genuinely annoyed, like where the hell has this piece of paper gone? Anyway, so today, what am I doing? I have my laptop here because we being Mel and I, are going to do some writing / productivity sprints over on her channel in about 50 minutes time. So I have things set up here. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do in these sprints. This was a very spur of the moment thing. I don't know if I want to write or if I want to spend my time maybe doing some blogging or some getting things ready for like uni work. I don't really know what I'm gonna do, so I guess I'll find out in like 50 minutes when I have to sit down and pick something. Yes, so that is it. Tomorrow, again, don't really have anything. Kind of hoping we might hear about lockdown. I'm guessing it's going to be a June because I think we had 20 new cases today. So I'm thinking that we're still going to be in for at least a few more days, if not at least another week. But who knows? I might be wrong. So clearly I'm going to spend the next 50 minutes searching for that piece of paper and then stuff. And I will catch you all hopefully tomorrow. Kind of hoping I might be able to finish something this evening or make some decent headway on something, and I will have hopefully more to talk to you about. So I will see you all then. I really need to read some books because these stacks are getting a little overwhelming again. You can't see, but I also have like 3 stacks worth of books like right here, so you can see this one, but there's like huge stacks there as well. But it is Friday afternoon. I apologize if you can hear a little bit more of background noise. It's been a really lovely, like sunny, warm-ish day considering it's still winter here. So like I've got the back door open so that the boys and I can get a little bit of fresh air, and now you can see my foot and that makes me feel uncomfortable. So okay, reading. Basically I think I talked to you guys on Tuesday. Wednesday and yesterday I just did a lot of like uni stuff during the day and really tried to get that kind of stuff done. And like I like virtually hung out with Angel for a bit and had some different like medical appointments and things like that. So knowing that I would have like every day this week to film, I was like, I'll just miss those two days and it'll be fine. So I did get some reading done, and yes, things are a mess. So we really got to work on that. But I did finish 2 books that were not on my TBR at all. Or I mean, they were on my like physical TBR, but they weren't like in these stacks, or they weren't even ones that I was like, oh, I will get to that soon. Like I have this stack or these stacks on my couch, and then I have like my TBR shelf, and then like I've got a whole stack of I've got like 3 or 4 stacks on my actual bookshelf that are like, I'm gonna read this next when I have more room on these stacks. But yeah, I picked 2 that were just in my shelf. So, but luckily they were both kind of quick ones. This is Red Dock by Anne Carson. So this is poetry. It's like a narrative poem, kind of, but it's like, yeah, it's complicated. This is a sort of sequel to Autobiography of Red, which I read last year and like one of my favorite books of the year. This cared less, to be honest. It was alright, but I didn't really feel the same emotional connection to the characters, and I also just felt like I didn't understand any of it. So this one was more of like a 3, maybe even a 2.5. I don't know. And then I tried to read The Inferno by Dante, I did make it like a decent way through this. Like, I think I made it up to page like 100 and something, which is almost like half the book. And I think this is such an interesting cover. It's like literally people being tortured, so I'm not going to zoom in on it at all. But I don't know what to tell you. It just didn't gel with me, so I gave up on it. But like, that's two off my TBR, so that's what I finished. In terms of other things that I read, I do have a Kindle book. Just gonna load it up so I can remember the author's last name. It's called Grieving. Dispatches from a Wounded Country. Okay, well, apparently my Kindle hates me, so I'm gonna have to fix that later. It just hates me. Christina Rivera, I think it's Gorza. I can't see if it's an Gorza or GA. Anyway, I have been reading that. I'll put the cover up for you. It is non-fiction about Mexico and the situation that has been going on there. And it is a really beautiful book. It's very, very intense and things like that. But at the same time, a lot of things that she talks about in terms of grief, and so it's kind of like whole country grieving, but also people grieving specific things and people. A lot of that she's talked about has felt very true to my own experiences with grief. Of course, on a lesser scale, because I'm just one person and I'm not an entire country. But yeah, like a lot of the things she said, I'm just like, no, I get that feeling. I know what she's talking about there. So yeah, it's been really good, and I think I'm about 30% of the way through. And I read that all in like maybe 20 minutes while I was waiting for an appointment. He's got like dust all over him. I just brushed you. How? And then I've also just done some reading for Eye of the World. So I'm now on page 261. So I've got like 120 pages to read before Sunday. So on that note, I'm gonna go back to this, I think. And yes, I probably won't see you all tomorrow. But okay. I will probably just update you guys on Sunday. I had a complete mental blank then. Okay, I will see you then. Are you gonna say bye? You're like falling asleep. Okay, I will see you all soon. And now you're purring. You purry boy. Sunday now, I was literally just sitting here like, I feel like there's something I was meant to do before like sprints tonight, and like I'm like, okay, well, I've got to write a post that's up tomorrow, and like I submitted the assignment that was due today, and I feel like it's something really important. And then I realized it was this vlog. So yeah, it's almost 5 o'clock on Sunday now. So sprints start in about 3 hours, give or take, and I'm gonna let you know what I've been reading and what I am planning to read during the sprints, and yeah, then end the vlog and go into next week. So I haven't really been doing a lot of reading. Did read a little bit of Why She Wrote, which was the book that you could see, I think it was in the last clip, you could see like the corner of a book because of the huge stacks I've got here. This was this one, which is like a so it's like little short biographies of authors, female authors, and why they wrote. And then it has like little comics about a particular moment in their life. So let me just show you one from like, okay, so Emily Bronte, thing here, talking about her life and whatnot. And then there's a little biography, biographical comic. So yeah, here we go. There's Anne Bronte and Charlotte and some other people, and this happens to be when they're writing about, they're deciding on their poetry, I think, and what leads to Wuthering Heights being published. So I have read 115 pages. It's pretty quick because of that, and I do know a lot of these authors and their life stories because that's something that really interests me. Like when I find a classic author that I really like, I like to go back, especially when they're a female author, and learn about their lives. So for example, I know a lot about Mary Shelley because I am obsessed with her, and like Jane Austen, and Charlotte Bronte was in here earlier, and like, yeah, you know, all sorts of amazing people. Yeah, and Anne, I love Anne. Anne needs more, Anne Bronte needs more, deserves more love. Anyway, so I'm thinking I might actually be able to finish this before the sprint, because yeah, it's really quick to read because of it mostly being comics. So that, I read more of Grieving on my Kindle, and I'm now up to 67. Yeah, 67%. Really enjoying it. Hopefully we'll finish that. I'm thinking either tomorrow or Tuesday. And I did read more of Eye of the World. So I actually, on Friday night, managed to read, I think I was on page 200. I managed to read, or 300 maybe, I don't know. But I managed to read to page 399, which is where I needed to be for today. So I will read a tiny bit of this, maybe like a chapter or two. And then I have to read up to page 586 by next Sunday. So those are those. Okay, what have we got? So hopefully finishing this off. I'd like to read a little bit more of One Last Stop. I am on page 176, and I'd like to get around the, I don't know, 200, 215 sort of mark. So read a little bit of that tonight. There are a couple of other things I would like to start. And then as for what I'm actually going to read in the sprint though, I'm going to read June. I don't know, June sounds like I'm saying like June. Dune, but Dune doesn't, I don't know. I don't know, there's something about it that doesn't sound right. Anyway, buddy reading this with Lana. We were supposed to start this weekend and I completely forgot, but since it's Sunday, it's still this weekend. So I'd like to read a little bit of that. I'll probably start it just before the stream, just so that I'm a little into it in case I'm not in the mood for it tonight. And then yes, I have a lot of other things that I would like to start reading, coming into the next week, and I think I need to reassess this pile again and do some tidying. But for now, that is the blog, and I will catch you all on Friday with my next video, and then of course next Monday with my next vlog. So I'll see you all then. Bye.